Dude.
The WRESTLEDUDE.
The WRESTLEDUde.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the WRESTLEDUDE channel. Jacob as always here, talking to you again about some more confirmed new and returning and exciting names for WWE 2K19. If you guys didn't already see the first video that I did on this, covering all the new NXT superstars that were in the first part of the roster reveal, you guys can check that out by clicking on the link up in the corner there. Also, you can vote on whether or not you liked the new additions to this year's game up in the corner there as well. Some good stuff for you there, but we're gonna get right into it. I want to keep this video a little bit shorter than the last one, just because there weren't really a lot of new names, very exciting names, but there's some stuff at the end of the video that I want to get into just so we can clear up a few things concerning 2K19 and some superstars that are actually not, I think, going to be included in the game. So let's get into it here. Our first new confirmation, so this is new superstars to the game, starting us out here, was Lince Dorado from 205 Live. Very good inclusion here. Obviously, he's part of the Lucha House Party, and seeing as though we already had Gran Metalik and Kalisto in the game, there's already really one idea of somebody that I would have wanted in the game. I did not do a predictions video on who from the 205 Live roster I wanted in the game. I did do one for NXT, and for the most part I pretty much got them all on the mark, I'm sure, all except for maybe like Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins of the Street Profits. I think that might have been one very surprising one. I was very excited to see that. But Lince Dorado is a great inclusion, and also another great inclusion is Mandy Rose, one half of the former Absolution. We'll get back to that in a moment. Returning to the series for the first time since SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, we have the gold standard, Shelton Benjamin. So I'll be very excited to see him back in the game. I am very interested into seeing what attire they put him in, and also what his moveset will be. Will he have his usual finisher and stuff? Will he have his usual entrance music and stuff? I'll be very excited to see what they put in the game. Also, I'm sure he's very excited to have some great matches. One of the first matches I'll probably do is Shelton Benjamin versus Kurt Angle. I don't know why, I just always feel like that would be a cool match, just to see a big time pay-per-view match between those two. Also, new inclusions. This, I think, was one of the prediction ones that I had for my NXT video, which was Andrade, Almas, and Zelina Vega, which you guys saw. I used them in the thumbnail here. We even got some gameplay of them with them doing the fist together. I'm not really keen on Zelina Vega's scan, although, I mean, it may have just been the quality of the video I was looking at. Maybe once we see some like full HD 1080p screenshots, maybe I'll come around to it. It was just in that footage, she looked kind of weird looking. I don't know. But Andrade Cien Almas looks great. They have him in the white attire from his NXT days. I'm excited to see some creations of people's stuff. He has a great moveset. He has that moonsault where, like, even if somebody counters, he still does another flip. I don't know if that'll be a move in the game, but if so, that'll be pretty cool to see. Also, where we can expect the double knees in the corner, the official hammerlock DDT. Maybe they'll have a special entrance for him where he has the mask and then he rips it off and throws it, and then it never comes down like it did that one time on SmackDown. But yeah, very awesome to see Zelina Vega as a manager. I would not see her as a playable character, only because she's only been wrestling more recently on SmackDown, and since the deadline is WrestleMania weekend, I don't really see them doing that much of that. With her being a professional wrestler in the game, I think it's just strictly going to be manager. But if you're on PC, obviously you can mod it, much like people did with Lana, and you can mod it to where you can play as Zelina Vega as an in-ring character, which will be very cool to see. Next up, we have another from 205 Live, Arya Daivari, which was a very interesting inclusion. He hasn't really been seen on 205 Live TV lately, but still, nonetheless, a great character to have in the game. I'm always more for more 205 Live guys. I think we had a good amount of them in last year's game, and I'm really happy that they're getting more and more 205 Live guys on the roster. So these are just the new inclusions. We're obviously going to have most of the 205 Live guys from the last year's game in the game as well, except for maybe obviously Neville and Rich Swann and maybe a couple others. A very interesting roster member that wasn't included on here was Brian Kendrick, but I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. But another very big inclusion, speaking of Mandy Rose earlier in Absolution, her partner, Sonya Deville, is joining the game, which is very cool. I'm excited to see her little strobe light UFC entrance that apparently some people have been getting epilepsy from, but I mean, you gotta look away. You gotta look away. But finally, 2K have the technology to scan this next superstar into the game. It is Tony Nese, the absolute standard of 205 Live. Tony Nese is going to be in the game. You can count his abs in the game now, finally. Obviously, you guys know that I'm a big fan of 205 Live, and Tony Nese is another great inclusion to that. Also, following up on that, we have Drew Gulak, the man who's always looking for a better 205 Live, so it's great to see him now in the game. And to top it all off, we have Mustafa Ali, the soul of 205 Live. I can't remember if he was the heart or the soul. I feel like he was the soul. But yeah, he's going to be in the game. I don't know what attire he's going to have. I would hope that he would have his light up entrance, because the deadline is WrestleMania weekend, and he did have that attire on WrestleMania weekend. And also, it would really help show off their material feature that they have, where you can make things like blacklight, or you can make them glow. And obviously, Mustafa Ali's whole entrance gear is about lights and glowing and strobe lights. It's got the strobe light mask. So yeah, it'll be really cool to see him in the game. He'll have a lot of great moves, I'm sure. He's got the inverted 450. He's got the tornado DDT. He's got a lot of great moves. I'm excited to see him in the game. Now, here's something that I wanted to talk about. Some people were confused as to some superstars that haven't yet been revealed in the game and want answers. We're going to start off with Brian Kendrick. I think he's going to be revealed next week, because next week's is supposed to be Legends. I would classify Brian Kendrick as a legend, so we'll probably see him in there. Also, there was no Leo Rush or Buddy Murphy. I think their cutoff dates might have been way too thin to get them in the game. I can still see them as DLC, the Rising Superstar packs, I think it might have been called this past year. But I could definitely see Leo Rush and Buddy Murphy in there, alongside like Ricochet and a couple other NXT superstars. I could definitely see them in there. But that would probably explain them. Also, same thing for Drake Maverick. He's not really much of a wrestler. I mean, I could see him as like a manager, maybe, but just because we have not seen him wrestle in WWE before, I don't think he's going to be a playable character in the game. A couple other people are still confused as to where Nikki Cross and Tommaso Ciampa are. Like I said, there were names that showed up in the credits of the roster reveal, so I could definitely see them being in the credits of the roster reveal next week. So have no fear. I'm sure that more and more superstars will be confirmed via either credits or DLC packs in the future. But let me know in the comment section below, which name out of this group are you most excited to play as for WWE 2K19? Is it Lince Dorado, Mandy Rose, Shelton Benjamin, Andrade, Almas, Arya Daivari, Sonya Deville, Tony Nese, Drew Gulak, Mustafa Ali? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. I have been Jacob from the WrestleDude channel, and I will see you guys next time.